Hello guys, thanks for watching. Adrian here from AppSeed. So in this video I will play a little bit with Flask Black Dashboard. The product has been updated to support social authentication for GitHub and also some other UI improvements like persistent dark mode and some things in the authentication pages. Let's take a look at the demo first. So product has this feature which is persistent in case your users will refresh the page. The dark mode is persistent, and another thing is the social authenticator available here. Once you authorize the authentication, you are authenticated with GitHub. So using a social login in your projects might speed up the user's onboarding, and also it's a big improvement for the authentication layer. Okay, so in case anyone likes this design, we can access the source code published on GitHub and try up a local build. Let's download the sources using the CLI, and once the sources are downloaded, I will use VS Code to visualize the sources and also start the product. Let me increase the font just to make it more visible. Okay, now we're in. Let's take a look at the README file. So basically, you have here at the top of the README, you have some links to the product page and live demo, sum up with all the features, and the build starts with Docker setup, which fully automates the build. Let's start product using Docker, and later I will use also the manual build just to present all the options. Basically, Docker executes the application using an automatized setup. All the steps are performed, like install the modules, migrate the database, and exposes the application using an Nginx unicorn stack. Okay, at this point we can access the application in the browser, and we are good to go with the product. Looks good. Let's create a new user here. Which is super nice. Now the user has been created. We can sign in. So this is pretty cool. We have the product up and running in our local environment, so it's quite nice. Let's go back to the application and try out the manual build. Basically, I will follow up all these steps. The first one is to, of course, download the code. The second is to create a virtual environment. For newcomers, using virtual environments it's recommended because you will execute your application using a sandboxed environment. So the modules you are downloaded and that are downloaded and installed for the current app will not interfere with other projects. Okay, now I'm installing all the modules. The modules are listed here on requirements file. Okay, Now, another important step is to create the environment file. We have here a sample with all the possible values. I will .env. So basically the minimum setup is to, in fact, I will copy all and let the comments for the unnecessary or optional variables here. Let's put another key. It's just a random key. And once the modules are downloaded, we just need to type fast run. So the application now runs on another port. So it's the classic 5000 port exposed by Flask embedded server. Let's create the user, test email, AppSeed, pass. So it's pretty cool. Now the application is up and running using the manual build. In case anyone needs to execute the application using another port, you just need to say here port is 1017, and now you can access the application on this port, which is super nice. So what we can do next is to stop the application and to use the MySQL to start a project. In this case, you need to have an up and running MySQL server. You need to create a database, create a user, and once you have all the values, you need to set here the debug to true, to false, to force the usage for MySQL database, and add your credentials here in this section. Let's try this. At this point, we are using SQLite, so the SQLite database is created inside the apps directory. Let me use this SQLite browser tool to visualize the users. I will go here, tests. Okay, so browse data user. So we have here the user. In case we want to create a new user, the new value will be visible here. Let's do this just to check out I will use test2. Pass. Okay. Now if we go back and refresh the database, the new value is here. So let's create a new let's start the application using MySQL. So I will stop the application. You need to install also this dependency, which is the driver used by the application to connect to MySQL. Usually it's connected, it's commented in the requirement file. So the first step is to install this module. I will navigate to MySQL interface and create a new database. Let's save here all the values. Okay. Okay, the database name, test 1000, let's say. Okay, so I will add here also. So we have the database credentials. This is the name. Okay, now we go to the privileges and create this user. Add new user with the dummy password. I don't care, you should set a strong one in production, but for now it's enough because I'm on my local file system, so it's safe. So we have the database, which is empty. We have this user assigned to the database with full privileges, and at this point we can start application using the MySQL. There is no need to create the tables. The tables are automatically created by the application if they are not detected on the backend. So let's run, which is cool. Now we can access the application in the browser. Of course, we don't have any users, but if we go here and refresh the database, we'll see that the tables are created. So this is pretty cool. We have here all the stuff. So users is empty. Let's create a new user. Test that AppSeed.us. Okay, I will use, as always, simple users with simple passwords, but it's not recommended to do the same in production. Just put some strong passwords here there to improve the application security. So guys, we have MySQL connected. We have here this user, which is great. What we can do next? So the next step might be to try out the deployment on Heroku. Heroku deployment is also documented here on the README. It's quite simple. I will use the browser version just to have a better layout. So Heroku is a popular deployment platform, which is switching. It's important to know that their free tier will no longer be available from December this year. So be careful. You should update your dynos and projects if you host them on Heroku. But in this demonstration, the Heroku is still free, and I'll use it to deploy the application. On the README, on the project README, you have all the steps. Also, I will connect to Heroku. I have an account there, so there is no application here. Basically, we need to follow up the instructions. You need to create an account. You need to install the Heroku CLI, which is basically the tool that you are interacting in the console with the Heroku platform. It's super easy to be used, and let's follow up the instructions and deploy the application live. So once you have the sources in the root of the directory, you don't need to code anything in the app. You just need to follow up this setup. First thing is to type Heroku login, which will open up a browser page for you, and in this operation basically links the project with the Heroku platform. It's like a session. It's like getting a session. So now the console will show you the some information, and also prints the account you are using on their platform. Let's follow up other instructions. The second command is Heroku create. This basically will register a new empty project on Heroku. If you go to your Heroku dashboard and refresh, you will see this. You'll see a new project which is boiling mesa. It's whatever. It's a randomized name, and you can see here the project. The third step is to set up the environment for the Heroku application, because Heroku ignores completely the environment file. If you have your sorry a .env in the root of the directory, Heroku is not loading any information from there, so you need to specify the all the environment variables required by your project in the settings tab. So we have here a section, a component that where we can define all the variables. Basically, we need to define the debug variable. I will put here true. The second one is the Flask application variable, which informs the server where is the entry point into our application. For AppSeed, all Python-based application uses the same entry point, which is run.py. Okay, and the third one is optional because it already defaults to static assets. Is the root of the static assets used in the applications, in all our applications. So we are good to go. The environment is set up, is saved, and we have all the we have the project, we have the environment. Now we need to push the sources. Basically, at this point, Heroku processes the sources, install all the modules, and start application. This step might take a while. It's important to know that your local changes are completely ignored by Heroku. You need to commit first your application on GitHub in order to reflect the latest changes on Heroku. So make sure you are saving all the stuff and push it to GitHub. So at this point, Heroku informs us that the application is up and running, which is great. We can refresh here the status and open up the project. So we are live. Let's create a new user here. The usual test user. Pass. Application runs as expected. Let's visualize the logs from our local file system. So using Heroku logs, we can see the live accesses and logs printed by the application. So where is that? Here. I will separate the project. Okay. So we are here. So we can see that in the background, Heroku console is updated with our requests. So the project is up and running. The interface is super nice. We have here the persistent R mode, also profile page, RTL support, and other goodies. The design is provided by the creative team, so in my opinion, it's amazing. Guys, thanks for watching. The product will be updated with more features in case anyone have issues using the product or need support to do other things like APIs, charts and stuff. Chat with us, tell us what the requirements and the new modules that your project needs, and we will try to provide them. Feel free to contact us using the support page. We have here an email address, and we are replying to all the emails. And also we are almost 24/7 on Discord with a great community with more than 1,000 members. So feel free to chat with us, and we will try to help and also improve all our projects. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Adrian here from AppSeed, and as always, I wish you all a super day. Bye.